Just find your way to a standing position in the middle of your mat. First of all, just give your toes a wriggle and feel the soles of your feet. Feel the heels sinking down, and just gently tighten the muscles in your legs so you feel into your strong legs and your glutes. And then let your sternum lift, let your spine lengthen. Your shoulders lift up towards your ears. Take your shoulders back. And we just begin by standing for a moment. Standing. Standing within the self. Start to stretch your fingers, feel down into the joints in your hands. And we begin to give them a little shake. With both hands. All the fingers first of all, loosening. Just let your awareness start off at the very, very tips of your fingers. And then allow it to flow in through the joints in your hands, the palms, and your wrists. And that lovely flow as it arrives into your forearms and your elbows. And then as it comes up into your shoulders, bend your knees. With any tension just dissolving. The hands are going to just go up through the midline. Still flicking away any tension, tiredness. And then give your hands a very, very good shake up above your head. And then pause. And in your pause, breathe in. Let the sternum lift. And feel your spine lengthening as you stretch and release. And let your shoulders just relax there. And take another breath in. And as you breathe out, let both arms come down. So you create a circle. And front arms right back down by your sides. Take your weight into your left leg. Lift your right foot, circle your toes. Find something steady to focus on, or use a wall if you wish. And just taking the foot out. Just conditioning your ankle. Oops. And change your direction as well. And from here, your foot just starts to move. And see if you can take your awareness in from your toes to the ball of the foot, the arch and your heel. It flows into your ankle and into your calf muscle, knee. Allow that lovely shaky movement to go into your quad, into your thigh, and into the hip. And let the leg just come to the front. And then you're going to take it across the body. That's really good for the brain. Bring it back around, place it back down. Take your weight into your right leg, lift your left foot, circle your toes a few times. Circling out to the left. Just easing into that movement. We love circles. Circles help us to reconnect. They give us hope. And change your direction as well. Give your foot a shake. Again, feel the toes loosen and the ball of the foot, your heel out. And your calf muscle. Your knee. Your thigh. Leg come to the front. And across the body. You would have thought taking a limb across the body helps your brain. It's amazing, isn't it? And then bring your foot back around, place your foot down. And I think this is the best bit. Have a whole body shake, a wiggle and a jiggle. Lovely. And then make your way back to your standing position. And from here, we go straight up into the shoulders. Let your shoulders lift up towards your ears. Breathe in. And breathe out, relax those shoulders down. And we just begin to move the right and then the left. And there's a process of unraveling tension. Just ease into these movements, let your hips be in the movement as well. So your shoulder leads, hips follow, and then you go right into your ankles. Really stretch through the chest, through the pecs, and you can start to lift your elbows into it. So elbows lift up and back. Get a nice twist in your spine. And these movements we do, they're activation movements, but they're also part of a Dru Yoga sequence called the tri-spinal release. We do it every week, really. Now lengthen your arms down and swing your arms through. This is great. This creates compression in the kidneys. It said the kidneys house the chi, life force energy. So this is great, gives you a boost. Also soothes your adrenals. And what I like is it lends itself perfectly to a figure of eight. Now this morning's figure of eight, we're just going to start and step your feet a bit wider. And we're just going to start taking the figure eight across the body. So we're just at the level of the heart to begin with. And you can follow the pathway of your hands with your eyes. And what we're going to do is start to lift it up through the midline of the body. So we're lifting up through the heart center. And when we do it in this way, it boosts your energy. It lifts. You can be as wide as you wish. Drawing the hands up through the heart center. And again, the elbows are leading. I'm going to invite you to take it wherever it might need to go this morning. Just easing into it, you can close your eyes. Easing into it. Just turning my heater off. I don't know if you could hear a whirring sound. I realised the microphone is by the heater, so it might have sounded a little bit weird.
You can't actually hear it.
Oh, that's all right. That's good to know. I've got nice and warm now. And then just let your body come forwards and down. So you're going to come down into your forward bend and then let your figure of eight go. So you're just creating a nice half moon shape around the knees or the ankles. And this relaxes the sacrum. Just let your body relax. And pause and come into your forward bend. Just let your body relax here first of all, in that forward bend. Your head, your neck, your shoulders relaxing. You can feel a mild stretch through the backs of your legs. Remembering it's okay to bend your knees. And then let your feet come closer together. So just start to walk your feet closer together. Bend your knees. So your belly and your ribs are on your thighs. And then take a few breaths in and out. And then refresh those core muscles. Press the soles of the feet down into the ground, into the earth. Let your hands come up through the midline. And take a beautiful stretch all the way up, allowing the sternum to lift. And then let your shoulders relax and your hands come down again as you create that circle in front. I'm just going to take my feet a tiny bit further apart, soften your knees, and we're going to twist. This movement is just so important for getting your body's latent energy moving. And when I say that, I mean the energy that's trapped in your muscles, your joints, in the vertebrae and the discs. Just start with the hands low. The arms loose. I'll start to lift up a little bit more. Arms are elbow height. Got a few classes this last 2 weeks, and in some of the classes I've not done this, and I've noticed the difference. It really makes a difference. You know, when we do our half Maltese cross towards the end of the class, you can feel it there because your spine's not had the same attention to it. And then let your arms go up into the space above and embrace the air. Feel free in your movement, embracing whatever Tuesday might have to offer for you, what gifts are in store. And then let your arms just come down. Notice how different they feel, the lightness. Let your heels lift from the mat. As your heels lift, your sternum lifts, and your spine lengthens. Arms are going to come up again. All the way up overhead. And then the arms come down. All you do is just let the knees sink down and stretch those quads. And come back to your standing position. Hands onto your hips, circle your hips a few times. And let your hips come back into that steadiness. And your feet closer together. I'm just going to do a few standing stretches. First of all, let your awareness go down to the soles of the feet. Notice your toes and feel as though the soles of the feet are spreading. Your arches lift ever so slightly and begin to draw that earth energy, that steadiness into your legs, into your knees. Just gently engaging the muscles in the legs and then parking your pelvis into neutral. Allow it to find that middle ground. Breathe in, let the sternum lift, breathe out. And then let your shoulders lift up, take your shoulders back. Let's take a moment or two to arrive into that place of steadiness. Crown of the head rises up. Standing in mountain pose. Steady wisdom. Standing in your power. The arms just come close together in front, backs of the hands, quite close. And all we're going to do is softly lift the arms up above the body and reach up. Breathe in, let the sternum lift again. And breathe out, fold forward. Keep your hands close to your body and come down into your forward bend. Bend your knees, engage core and rise back up. Breathing in as you lift, using the breath almost like a vehicle to help you move, and the arms open out. Breathe out, flow back down. We're going to come straight back up again, but really make sure you engage those core muscles, feel into your strong legs, let your arms lift. And then one more time, we go down. Now this time, just pause down there in your forward bend. You can bend your knees, you can let your belly rest onto your thighs. Then take your hands just behind at the ankles. And as you stand up, just trace the fingertips up the backs of the legs. Place your hands in underneath your ribs. And then lift your sternum, slide your hips forward, chin towards your chest and relax back. Lovely. Engage glutes, lift up, release your hands and flow back into your forward bend. Lovely. Body feels connected to the earth in a forward bend. And then bend your knees, take your hands back through the midline, final reach up, arms come up. But this time, let your shoulders relax and let your palms come together. And we just ease over into a really nice sideways stretch. Use your core, use your breath, lift back up through the middle, go the other way. Using those core muscles as you lift again, and let your hands come down. Just pausing for a moment, you can close your eyes and just stand in for a second in that stillness. Wonderful. Refreshing core again, let sternum lift. Now this time you're going to bring your right palm out just in front of the navel, and the left palm moves overhead so both palms face one another. Breathe in and lengthen your spine, just create a bit of space, and then as you breathe out, come over into your sideways stretch. Let your right shoulder relax, and as you breathe out, release into that shape. Engage those core muscles, lift and circle your arms around. Breathe in as you lift and breathe out into that stretch. Okay, releasing into it, relaxing into it. Breathe in, engage your core, lift, circle. Create that space and release. And press the sole of the left foot into the ground. And lift in. Final time over to the left. And release. Relax your left shoulder. And come back up through the middle. Let your right arm come down. And cross both arms over it as though you've been lifted by your elbows. So we go straight into our vitality breath. Breath of Arjuna. So you straighten your legs, breathe in. And the first thing to be aware of is your physical body. How your arms feel, noticing the strength, a gentle lengthening of your spine. And then start to notice your breath. How you synchronize the movement with the breath. So as you breathe in, your arms lift. And as the arms travel down, you're breathing out. And become aware of how your hands feel as they move through that space, that softness. We're tuning into the energies of the heart and the hatha. You could be feeling calm, peaceful. Let your arms just pause up above your head. Let your elbows come forward and just roll in your last 3 fingers so your index fingers are extended up. And then just let the sternum lift and close your eyes for a second. And as you hold this shape, this mudra, let your heart move towards something that you'd like to create. It can be something, or it could just be creating more patience or time for yourself. And then we're just going to continue the movement, just 2 or 3 times, holding that mudra, holding that feeling within your body. And then this final time, pausing with your arms up above your head. So reconnect with that feeling, whatever it might be. And then just release your hands, let your fingers, palms stretch open wide, and then just let your hands come together. And then bend your elbows, let your hands come down to your heart level. We're going to sink into Utkatasana, chair of the heart. Any high blood pressure, keep your arms low. And first thing we're going to do is breathe in. And then you move on the out breath, bend your knees, lift your arms up nice straight back, and it's as the knees are over the ankles. Breathe in, straighten your legs, like your hands come down to heart level. Refresh core and breathe out, sinking down. And if you want to look up towards the back of your wrist, you can. And then looking forward once more, straighten your legs, let your arms come down. Now, I'm not sure if you have tingling in your hands or not, but we're going to work with the beautiful Dru energization sequence. And first thing we're going to do is lift the palms up and bring the hands up to the level of the heart. Breathe in, now breathe out, push the hands away, sink into your knees. You can breathe in, draw the hands back. Breathing into the heart, breathe out. And at your heart center, invite in radiant, iridescent light. Almost like starlight. And you start to move this light forwards and backwards, and it starts to create a pathway. And create a star of light. Breathing out. Breathing in. And now, next time your hands come back in towards your heart, just pause. And instead of sending them out in front, you're going to send them out to the sides and sink into the knees. The expansion, breathe in back into the heart. And breathe out. And breathe in. And that light expands out to the sides. So you breathe in, it becomes brighter at that still point, that center point. Just one more. Put your hands back in. Now this time, you're going to turn your hips towards the right and stretch your right arm behind and your left arm in front, but you look behind you. Okay. And then breathe in, back towards the midpoint. Rotate your hips the other way and then breathe out. You're going to breathe back into center. And breathe out. Expand. Coming back to the middle when you're ready. And exhale, expand. Through to the center and release into that stretch. Open heart stretch. And then just one more on the left. Coming back through to the middle. So we've got an axis now. We're going to take the right arm up and the left arm down. So you're reaching for the highest, you're reaching the highest potential, but you're also grounded. Breathe in back to your heart. And breathe out, the left arm goes up, right arm goes down. Big cross stretch back through the middle. Exhale. Back through that midpoint. And breathe out. Do one more on each side. Lengthening, spine stretch. And then one on the left arm goes up, right arm goes down. And then your hands come back to the middle. Now both hands go up and you just sink into your knees. Bit like Utkatasana. And then breathe in back to your heart. And flow forwards and down to the earth. Then back up to the heart, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe back to the heart. And down to the earth. And then this time as you come up, just pause. Your hands in front of your heart center. You can bring your palms together. Close your eyes. I'm just going to bring in a mudra this morning. Just peel your wrists apart, but keep your fingertips together and point your thumb in towards your heart center. Closing your eyes and again, just resting in that light, resting in that calm peace. The Dru Yoga. Beautiful. Let your palms come together and your hands down by your side. I'm going to be very kind to my Tuesday group. I'm going to let you have a lay down in my crescent crocodile pose just for a moment or two. So just come down onto your belly, separate your feet wide, heels in, toes pointed out, and fold one arm on top of the other. Up your forehead onto your arms. I've just been flowing into the tree from here, but I feel like we need a settle after the Dru style. So just let yourself come down. Settling yourself down and breathe in into the abdomen, feeling the body rise as you breathe in. And gentle relaxation as the body relaxes as you breathe out. Allowing your body's energy system to lie horizontally. You begin to move now. Just start to let your heels come together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and just lift yourself up and come into your pose of a child. So your hips are over your heels, forehead's down. And you just relax in with your arms stretched out in front. And then take both hands back by your ankles. And then I'm going to invite you to come up whenever you're ready. So if you need to take a few more moments, please do. I'll just be here when you return. But yeah, have a drink. It's important to stay hydrated. I do hope that you're all okay. We are going to get back up again now, but as the planner of the class, in the other classes, I've done a demonstration at that point, but you don't need me to demonstrate the tree. So I feel like there needs to be a little rest spot somewhere. So getting you back up to your feet, and I hope it's as beautiful where you are in Wales and in Chesterfield and wherever you are as it is around where I am here. So I was lucky enough to take a walk out in the peaks on Sunday, and life is just bursting forward. The grass is returning, the trees are filling up, and the birds, we're hearing them, beautiful birds. So come into your Tadasana mountain pose, and we're going to take a journey through Vrikshasana tree pose. Find steadiness and balance. Tune down into your feet. Just check the soles of the feet. Feel anchored. Strong feet and ankles. The awareness rise up into your knees and just park your pelvis into that neutral place. Breathe out and engage these core muscles. Let your sternum lift. Take your shoulders back. You could be standing somewhere on the earth, your feet nourished by the soft grass. You're going to lift your heel, place your heel against your ankle, and you can have your leg out to the side. Pop your glutes on, glute maximus, glute medius, so you feel really steady through the hips. Your legs are like the trunk of the tree, and you're just going to circle your arms up and let your palms connect. First time we do it, we're just going to pause here for a moment, being steady and rooted, and then bring your hands down, pressing your palms together. Check your shoulders are relaxed. And then turn your hands forward so your fingers point forward and stretch those arms forward. So you feel stretching your back. And peel your hands apart so your arms open up wide. And then lift your foot, turn your palms down and let the three limbs travel back. Same time. This time we're going to bring the breath into it. So place your heel against your ankle, core muscles on, and breathe in as you lift your arms up. Ribs lift, palms come together. Pressing palms together and breathe out as you guide your hands down in front of your heart. You breathe in, turn your hands forwards. And breathe out, stretching, releasing those arms forward. Peel your hands apart, breathe in now, feel that breath. And release your foot and your hands. Absolute control. Okay, the second stage. Now you're going to lift your foot, place it against your calf muscle, pop your glutes on, your core muscles, and then breathing in, circling the arms up. Arms come together. Bringing those hands down, you guiding that steadiness, that strength, that light from the sun to your heart. Breathe in, turn your hands forwards, and then extend those arms forward. Feel it in your back. Breathe in, feel in the lungs, chest, and breathe out. Release your foot. Everything descends back to the earth. This time, I'm changing it each time, by the way. So this time, you're going to lift your foot and your arm. So everything's synchronized. You're breathing in. Arms come up. Breathing out. Hands coming down. Beautiful. Breathe in and hands forward. Extend forwards, reach. Breathe in, open wide. Concentration, focus as you stand. Release your foot and your hands. Right, this time, lifting your foot, and you can place your foot higher, just making sure there's no pressure against that leg. Glutes are on, arms lifting up. Guiding your hands down, feel as though the sunlight, warmth is pouring to your heart. Breathe in, turn those hands forward and extend forwards. It's an offering, a gesture. Breathe in, let that light move all around you. And release and let go. Just allowing the earth to support you. Final time. Now this time I'm not going to say anything at all. Keep both feet down, circle both your arms. You take your shoulders are relaxed. Just let the body move. And move as if you're blowing in the breeze. Your own movement, moving however it feels good for you today. Just allowing yourself to be flexible, bending so we don't break. And let your feet come back into stillness. Refresh core. And let your hands come down to rest in front of your heart. And you might just want to stand for a moment. Rest in the energy, the essence of Vrikshasana. Om Shri Vrikshasana Namaha. Salutations to the tree, offering its steadiness and strength, renewal. And then let your hands just come down by your side. For a drink if you need to. Probably, your hands probably feel quite, do your hands feel tingly? Have a little drink, got to water your tree, gonna have a little bit more breakfast. It's a chocolate smoothie I've got in here, by the way. I'm passionate about this product called Huel, and I've been having it for about 5 years now, and I have it every morning, and it's chocolate flavoured basically, and I put it with some bananas and some water, and it serves me to teach yoga. It's fabulous. Come back to standing. Have your feet hip distance. And just close your eyes for a moment as you stand in your, it's a very, very comfortable Tadasana. And you just feel the ground underneath your legs, your feet. And again, imagine that you're standing somewhere in nature. And the grass is soft. And you feel the earth underneath your feet. You can feel warm sun on your head, on your arms, your face. We're going to work with Kriti Namaskar, the salutation to the earth. It reminds us of our cycles and our seasons. Interlace your hands just in front of the navel and breathe in as your hands come up to the level of your throat, keeping your elbows high, and then just rotate your hands around. Bend your knees and sink into your knees. Your palms come forward, lift up so you create a circle overhead and then release. Circle forms all around. Breathe in and breathe out. So you're synchronizing your breath, your movement, and if you're visual, you like light, you could invite the light to pour down from your heart through your arms, your hands. You lift it up and then it moves all around. And when we work with this sequence, this flow, we feel connected to the earth around us, but also our earth, our body. Just feeling the air, softness as you release your hands down. And then just one more, breathing into, you should hit the throat center, breathe out, sink into your knees, palms come forward, lift, and then that soft release, tension. Just want to move your feet out a bit. And then all we're going to do is sink into a semi-squat. So that means you come down as far as what's good for you. Breathe in again, throat center. And then as you breathe out, bend your knees and come down into that semi-squat. Lift up and release. So breathing in that steadiness of the earth. You lower your base down, core muscles engage, and be aware of the strong legs as you come up. Release the arms down. Breathe in and sink. Down. It reminds us of our planet. A planet that gives fertile soils, mountains, the rivers, Just one more as you come down, laying it down. Now create that circle. Let your right foot come out in front, left foot behind. And just for a moment, just transferring your weight between both feet. And you're trying to keep your hips fairly level, so it's like you're moving your hips forward, moving them backwards. And then just come to your neutral place. Refresh your core, interlace your hands and breathe into the level of your throat. And then bend that front knee. Your hands come down and lift up. I'm hoping you can feel a mild stretch in that back leg. Pop your core muscles on and just lengthen through your arms. Breathe in. And on your out breath, straighten that front leg and let your arms come down. Lovely. Lifting back up to throat center. So you're connecting with Vishuddhi. Hands come down to Mula at the base. You lift up above and then release and return back to center. You're just flowing with this movement now. And next time your arms come up, so this time, okay, take your awareness towards your feet. Press the soles of the feet into the earth. Take your front knees over your ankle, and your hips and pelvis are in neutral. You've got to stretch from that back leg into your arms. And just feel a lovely, lovely stretch through the whole of the spine. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let those arms come down. The reinterlace hands come to the level of the throat. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay. Now this time, do your checks on your feet, your legs, hips and pelvis in neutral. Lift the sternum and then just rotate your palms around. So your palms are together. And if you feel that you want to direct your energy up this morning, you can look up towards your wrist so it opens that throat center. And then have that awareness of your legs connected to the earth. And sinking down, sinking into your earth warrior. Being protected. Guardianship of the earth. Interlace your hands again, breathe in, lift. And let go, let your arms come down. Well done. Swap your feet over. And spur your weight. So just check that your knees are working. Come back to neutral, refresh your core. Interlace your hands and breathe in, throat center. So we're taking hands to Vishuddhi at the throat communication. Bend that front knee, hands come down through the system and you lift up. First time, just taking a beautiful stretch, pressing into that back heel, check your hips in neutral. Breathe in, refresh core, and as you breathe out, straighten that front leg. I'm just going to flow for a couple. Release. Breathing in the qualities of the earth, that steadiness, that flow, that balance between ease and grace. And release. Now, this time your arms come up, just pause. You check down into your feet. Could even feel as though you've got roots. And those roots go down from the soles of your feet into the earth. Check your knees over your foot, hips and pelvis in neutral, sternum lifts. Just lengthening into that stretch from the tip of your spine right through to your fingers. You breathe in, fill the lungs. And as you breathe out, release the arms down. And then this next one is the one we hold. Same checks again, get your hips and pelvis in neutral, and then rotate your palms around. Sink down through the lower part of the body. Openness in your ribs and create space between the collarbone and the pubic bone. And then if you want to look up, you can. Make sure there's no compression in the neck. Gentle earth warrior. Breathe in, refresh core, lift. And breathe out, let your arms come down. Step your feet back together. We've really worked out in our birth sequence this morning. Interlace your hands again. Now this time we're coming down with straight legs. So hands come to the level of the throat. Now breathe out, descend down. Placing your hands onto the ground. If that's what you wish, bend your knees, engage core, and begin to lift up using those core muscles. And release your hands at both arms. Circle in front. Breathe into throat level. Breathe out, descend down, and feel a sense of letting go and that out breath. You come down so far. When you feel ready, bend your knees, let your belly really rest onto your thighs, and then refresh core and begin to lift up with a straight back. Make your arms descend down, noticing the air, softening. You breathe in, descending down. The knees bend, core muscles engage, lift up, straight back. Softness, nourishment of the earth. And flowing down. This time, if you want to stay down here for a moment or two, you can bend your knees. You can let the crown of your head hover over the ground. And just feel as though you're laying it down. You're letting go of anything that's not serving you. Anything we're not taking into the springtime. And then refresh core, lift up. Stretching up. And then let those arms come down, descending down. Circle. Mind as if that reconnection. Place your right palm on the bottom, left palm on top. Cradle your hands just underneath your abdomen. Let the tips of your thumbs connect. Close your eyes. You're just resting into the self. Resting into you. Your thumbs come together and let your palms connect in front of your heart. Uniting the sides of the body, bringing balance and harmony. And I'm going to invite you to come down onto the mats and lay down. I think we've got time. What time we're on? Oh yeah, we're doing fine for time. So I'd like you to come down, get your blankets ready, but you're going to bring your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side for a moment or two. Your socks and your blankets and your comfies and your cozies, everything that helps you to feel nourished. I've got a lovely, lovely earth relaxation for you this morning. Let your knees come into your chest and rock from side to side. Just let that pressure roll along the top of the sacrum. And then begin to direct your knees around in a circle. And as your knees start to move around in a circle, let your circle become bigger. And see if you can direct it, that pressure down towards the coccyx. If it feels painful at all, just stay where you felt okay. Notice again what's happening in your spine here. Go the other way as well. And then just pause. Hold your right knee, slide your left leg away. And then press your right knee down towards your chest. Breathe out into that stretch. And then just gently press the back of the left thigh down. Get a nice stretch in the psoas muscle. And then let your knee go around in a few circles. Let your circles become bigger. It's your hip joint, that's what we're focusing on. And you can go the other way as well. And then pause. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press your knee down towards your chest and lift your nose up towards your knee. Then let the head come down, pop your foot onto your knee. Your hand comes onto your knee, and then the other arm, that'll be your right arm, goes onto the ground. And then you move on your out breath. So breathe in, and then let your hips and pelvis roll over towards the left side. Let your head turn towards the right. Relax into that rotation of your spine. And this is fabulous. It benefits your digestive organs, your spine, the blood flow to the spine. And then breathe in, roll back to the middle. And readjust your hips. So bring them back to center. Slide your right leg away and bring your left knee in. And the first thing to do is to press that knee down towards your chest. Press the back of the right thigh into the mat. And then begin a little bit of knee circling. Just taking that leg around. Change your direction as well. And if you need to take a hand from the knee, you can. When you're ready, place your foot onto your knee, the other hand goes onto the knee and the other arm goes on the ground. Now breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your hips and pelvis roll, turn your head the other way and relax. Then use your core, use your breath, roll back to the middle. Press your knee down towards your chest, lift your nose up towards your knee. Sorry, we missed that one. And then place your head back down. Place your foot down, slide your foot away, to readjust your hips, and just get yourself ready for relaxation, Shavasana. So you want your legs stretched out, blankets, cushions, socks, all the nice things. It's a springtime relaxation this morning. Oh. Settling yourself back. Settling yourself down, stretching your legs out. And just checking that your arms are a comfortable distance away from your body. You can have the palms facing upwards. And adjust yourself and snuggle down and feel as though you're snuggling down into the softest grass. It feels so soft against your feet and your hands, cushioned. Just snuggling down into the earth and just allowing the qualities of the earth to help you feel settled, feeling nurtured and supported. Now take a lovely deep breath in and draw your toes towards you so you feel it stretch through the backs of the legs. And then push the toes away. And then tighten the muscles in the legs, tighten the calf muscles, the quads, and breathe in and just press the legs down into the ground. And then breathe out, soften the legs. Tightening the glutes, squeezing those strong muscles, breathing into them. And then as you breathe out, just relaxing and softening and feeling the whole of the bottom part of the body relax. Draw your tummy button back towards your spine. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, soften, relax, relax. Press the sacrum into the mat. Press the sacrum. Roll your thumbs in towards your palms, wrap your fingers around your thumbs and roll your arms towards your body. Breathing in. And breathe out, roll the arms away, stretch the fingers. Fingers relax. Breathe in, take a big deep breath into the chest, into the lungs. And as you breathe out, relax those shoulders down. And then just begin to turn your head to the left side and the right side. Going really slowly. And then let your head come back to the middle, scrunch up your eyes, follow your brow, wriggle your nose, move the jaw. And then let your face relax and soften your eyes and your cheeks and your jaw, and just let the whole of your face soften. And just hear the sound of your breathing. And bringing your awareness back to your feet, soles of your feet. And as you breathe in now, breathe out feeling of standing on that soft grass. Soft, nurturing feeling. Allow that to really be present in your feet. Allow it to move into your ankles and your calves, that feeling of steadiness, support, of standing on the earth. And breathe out. And then allow that feeling of renewal, of springtime to arrive into your knees. And at the level of your knees, allow the image of some springtime flowers, maybe some snowdrops. Just see them in a big cluster. Let's promise the first flowers of spring, beautiful. And breathe out. Coming into the quads, level of the hips. And as you breathe into this area, allow the brighter colours of spring, the daffodils we're starting to see, the colourful flowers, the crocus. Just allowing that feeling to be present in your hips, creativity, flow, how we relate to one another. And then as you come up to the chest and to the lungs, allow yourself to see a tree. And in the branches of the tree, allow you to see a blackbird. And just starting to hear the sound, the song of the blackbird, sound of the birds. Just breathe in that feeling, that renewal, that feeling of joyfulness. And then you breathe out. And let go. The level of your throat, still lake. See the sun, the sky reflected onto the waters of the lake. Brightness, blue sky, and the peacefulness that is present here. And then coming up to your eyebrow center in your head. And here we see the sky. And in the sky, allow yourself to see some birds. These birds are flying. They're enjoying that freedom. And I'm going to invite you just to pause here for a moment or two. Pause in this place of freedom. Enjoy the flight of the birds. Connected to the planet, to nature. Rest in you. And then we start to just have that awareness of the whole of your body once more. Your fingers, your toes, and the places where you can feel the ground underneath. Just gently press down into those places and take a breath in. As you breathe out, just start to move the body in your own way, moving your fingers, your face, and then taking that focus back up towards the crown of the head. And above the crown of the head, allow yourself to see that sky, blue sky. And in the blue sky, see the sun, Surya, and see the brightness of the sun. And again, see the birds enjoying their freedom, enjoying that warmth, life bursting forth. And that light of the sun starts to warm the crown of your head and starts to reawaken your eyes. Breathing in and breathing in the smells of springtime, the smells of the hyacinth and the fresh grass. And that brightness, that light of the sun flows down the length of your spine and it energizes you. Just starting to move now in your own way. The light flows over the front of the body, fills the chest, fills the lungs, nourishes the organs within your body. It flows down into your arms and into your fingers, down the length of your spine, into the sacrum, hips, the pelvis, the knees. And now it flows into your shins and into your feet. And then just turning yourself over Just onto whichever side is best for you this morning. An image for yourself moving. See that image of yourself sitting up, face filled with peace. In a moment or two, when you feel ready, start to press your palms into the ground and bring yourself back into your seat. I'm just going to sit quietly for a moment when you arrive back up. So just take your time. And then bringing your hands together. And just gently, gently beginning to rub the hands together so they feel warm. Notice that connection. Once your hands feel nice and warm, place your palms over your eyes. And for a moment, just let your eyes rest in that place of darkness. And you can start to separate your fingers. The light trickle through, give your forehead a tap. Open your eyes. And just do whatever feels good for you. Stretching feels good, do that. Tap your head. Listen to yourself, listen to your wisdom here. And you might want to give yourself a dust off. Anything you're not taking forward, let it go. Give yourself a big hug. And then the other side might want a hug too. And then take the arms up, up, up overhead, let your palms come together. And your hands come to your heart. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace.